All right, actually Shalem came about because my previous band broke up, and I kind of got the wild hair to start something new. I wanted to continue what I was doing, the style of music I was writing, which was kind of the metal, stoner metal stuff that I was doing. And so I started looking for musicians. I must have played with freaking 10 drummers or something like that. Actually, Roger was the 10th drummer. But I hooked up with my friend Bevo, who was my previous bass player from New Mexican Erection, and also my keyboardist from a band called Hadron Collider I played the drums in. And so we started kind of getting together and talking about what we wanted to do. We tried a bunch of different drummers, jammed with a bunch of different guys. And we actually had a guy that lasted for like 9 months, and it all kind of fell apart on us. So I called my friend. His name's Roger Bishop, who was playing in Cruce's Cult at the time. Now this was kind of during COVID, so nobody was really playing. We were just kind of talking about what we wanted to do. So I hit Roger up and said, hey, we got this album we want to record, and I'd love to have you come in and help us out, get it done. Be great if you want to stick around after that, but if it's just the album, we'd be happy with that. So yeah, he said yeah. We started getting in the room and just kind of busting out the songs. Finally got to actual 10 songs is what we got completed now. We've actually written some more since then. But so we've been playing for about 2 years, a little bit. I think COVID. I think it was July during 2020 is when we first got together and jammed and stuff. So we've done a couple gigs and all that kind of stuff since then. So the new album is going to be called City of Gold, and it's actually we also have a title track called City of Gold as well, which will be the first single we release. Yeah, the goal in the first place was to get an artist to do the front cover, possibly a little bit more artwork than that. I actually tried to work with an artist that completely blew me off and all that. So Roger, actually, drummer, I had a friend named Diana that did a front cover for us. We're still trying to work with her on that. But what we did was we called our good friend Steve Salazar. He was in a band called Brother Strange. His band now is called Ojo Malo. But he's an artist down in El Paso. And he was a high school teacher as well, art teacher. And then, so he did the artwork for my last band, Wormhole's front album as well, front cover. And so I asked him if he could do some artwork for each of the individual singles that we've got. So he's done City of Gold. We got a cool little artwork for that. We've got an artwork for You Dig the Grave. I've got another song called Climb the Walls that he did a piece of artwork for as well. And then the final one's going to be The New World. Those are the 4 singles that we're going to put out. And so he's done artwork for each of those. We're not sure if we're going to use the artwork from City of Gold for the album cover, or we're going to work with this girl Diana and get that done. It just depends on timing, really, has been the whole thing, when it comes to just getting stuff done in timely manner or whenever we need it. Obviously, it's taken us forever to get here, so we've had a lot of time to get things accomplished. So I think that's where we're going to be with that. The one thing about Shalem is we're all, pretty straight up musicians. We're not those guys that jump all over stage and kind of do flips and climb lighting structures and all that kind of stuff. We're pretty much up there just focusing on the music, playing the music. And I think that's really what we're all about when it comes to live. It's just straightforward, just up there jamming and putting our hearts into the music that we've written, and that's basically it. Our style is kind of I guess we're calling it stoner metal, I think is what it is. There's not a whole bunch of, it's not a lot of metal vocals, but the music is really aggressive. The drums are really what sets it up. It's got a lot of killer double bass and killer metal rolls and all that kind of stuff. So I think the drums are really what put it in the metal category, where without that, I think it'd be more in the stoner rock, heavy stoner rock, heavy rock, that kind of thing. So. Yeah. So we're working on our online presence right now. Actually, we do have a Facebook and a Instagram. It's a Shalem Band. That's SHALEM Band. We're also getting ready we're going to have a Twitter. We're going to have all that kind of stuff. I'm working on a DistroKid in order to release the album. And we're also going to have a landing page so you can get to everything nice and easily. So yeah, we're working on our online right now. Again, we're trying to get some content basically before we really start hitting the online thing. So we need, obviously the videos and lyric videos, music, all that kind of stuff, some behind the scenes stuff, So that's kind of what we're working on right now, is just to get ready. We want to hit the ground running with the album once we have everything, mixes, everything else ready to go. You're going to start seeing this online for sure, quite a bit. So we actually recorded the album. We started out at Bevo's studio, which is Rising Sun Studio. It's where we do our rehearsals, and it's a really great room. It's got a nice control room and everything like that. And we already had the drums set up, so we figured let's just mic everything up here and get it done there. I recorded, and we recorded the bass up there as well. All the guitars and vocals were recorded at my studio, Nasty Cactus Studio. So I did all that pretty much by myself, spent a lot of time doing that, vocals. I also am doing all the mixing over at Nasty Cactus as well, and I've been working on that for quite a long time. I'm actually, hopefully, I was finishing it up this week actually, so I'm hoping to have mixes done by next week at the latest. We did El Paso. We opened up for Flotsam and Jetsam, one of my favorite bands of all time, which was pretty freaking cool. We opened up for Tommy Vext, who was had no idea who this dude was, but he was the singer for a band called the Bad Wolves. Bad Wolves, I think that's what. Yeah, Bad Wolves. They're the ones that do that Cranberry song, all heavy, the whatever the hell it's called, Zombie. There you go. Yeah. So, anyways, that was a cool show. We played with a lot of local bands, some killer local bands. We played out in Alamogordo. There's a place called the Rabbit Hole, which is kind of the home for just like all the local Alamogordo bands. And whenever we go out to Alamogordo, it's kind of like flashback to old Las Cruces, because these guys are all just diehard rock and roller, metalers, and all that, and just really cool people. It's like going and hanging out with a bunch of friends. So that's what we'd like to get back out there. We just did Harvest Fest out there and a couple Spring Fling. They do a few annual shows out there, so we're wanting to get back into that. And of course, we're going to start hitting up El Paso to try to get some more bigger shows going. So. Yeah, the band name, we get some questions about it. And actually, people for some reason cannot actually say the band name. Everybody wants to say Shalem or Shalem. Shalem, it's Salem with an H. I just always say that. So anyways, the name, I've tried coming up with names. We had like 5 pages of names. I crossed every single one of them out after getting online. And of course, every band name's taken. So I started looking at local stuff. I started thinking, what can we do from local area that would be a cool name? And I literally got the phone book out and started looking at street names in Las Cruces, and the one that really popped out to me is Shalem Colony Road, which is it's a road out in Dona Ana area, Fair Acres area, and there's a bridge called Black Bridge right by there as well. We used to party at in high school and stuff. So it's a very well-known road to me. We used to go party at the river there. But if you head out Shalem Colony Road, there's a river right there, and there's actually a building there. It was actually a colony called Shalem Colony. There was a fella, and I don't remember his name, but there was a guy who literally spoke to God. God spoke to him and said, you need to create this colony, and it's going to be an orphanage. So you need to bring orphans in and take care of kids. And he said, so what you really need to do is go and get a bunch of women, because the women are going to take care of the kids. So you had this one guy that was like, okay, God, whatever you say. He just got a bunch of women to come out and take care of these kids. They were actually an orphanage out there for, I think, over 40 years. It's obviously closed down now, but I thought that was a pretty cool story. And so we shortened it down to Shalem. One more thing, though, it's also the god of twilight for the Canaanites, but it's spelled with an I, but still said Shalem. So there's some cool little background on the word, and there was nobody out there with the name, so I just felt like it was it was a no-brainer.
I'll feel the shame that will last.
All right, so we're working on the music video today for You Dig the Grave, and it's kind of a messed up song about a shooter from the shooter's point of view, and a pretty insane song actually in the fact that the shooter is insane. But anyway, so we're recording this video today here in Las Cruces at the Dona Ana County Courthouse, which is haunted. So we're hopefully get some ghosts coming by and joining us in the video. And of course, we have our good friends Royallow Productions that is helping us out with this video, and we can't thank them enough for doing this, except for they made us walk up 3 flights of stairs, and that's just really uncool, man. We don't appreciate that. They could have at least got the elevator working, but all right, get what you pay for, I guess.